So step one in creating the highest quality installation is the trenching. And this will really come into play later when we talk about the tucking. But what we're doing right now, before we spread or any other step, is we're providing ourselves the necessary space so that we can really get a firm pack and tuck on the edges, creating those crisp edges and adding longevity to our beds. So now that that's done, we're going to go through the property, commercial or residential, and we're going to throw out all our rolls so that our guys are good and ready to spread. And you'll notice here, this is some lower quality pine straw. It's a part of a new field that's just come online. So we're in the process now of taking out hardwood and any kind of vines or nuisance areas within those fields. And so we're going to use that on this tutorial here, and I think it'll speak volumes to just what a quality installation, when you really care and you do a good job, what a difference that can make, even with lower quality straw. But you'll notice Christian, for the sake of speed, he has a lot of straw in his left arm there. But what he's doing with his right hand is he's making sure that every bit of pine straw runs through that hand. And what he's looking for is clumps. Pine trees are notorious for sap. So he's making sure that any clump he's able to catch and make sure he breaks up, because what we want is a level, consistent spread throughout the beds. That way, when the rain comes and the sprinkler systems come on and the dew settles and all this pine straw gets kind of laid down, it will be consistent and there will be no clumps sticking out. Those are very noticeable if you don't get the clumps out. So next we're going to tuck. We've spread, we've made sure that it's not crawling up the bushes or the walls or all these things. And now we're just going to use a simple landscaping spade. And if you remember, we put a lot of emphasis on the trenching, and this is why. Because partnered together with the tucking process, this is how you get just phenomenal, crisp, clean edges, but also edges that have more longevity. Next time you're out and about, have a look and you'll see that pine straw has a tendency to flood over curbs and sidewalks and all these things. And it's the trench and the tuck together that allow us to really pack those edges into place. And you see how Christian takes the excess and he just moves it into the edge? That's why we spread over. So it's level all the way to the edge and gives that appearance that the pine straw is kind of going down into the ground. And we just tuck to make sure that everything is crisp and clean. It's a big part of the process. So the next thing that we're going to do is really important, because we want that sharp contrast between the grass and the pine straw or the mulch and the sidewalks and curbs. Is we just want to do a really good cleanup job and make sure that all the edges are blowed clear of any debris or pine straw or mulch, and so we just have a nice clean runway. And what you see him applying here is also an additional product that we offer. It's Stay Put. It's a tack-defying spray. It dries invisible and it locks all of your pine straw in it. And there's the finished product. The lines and edges are almost as if someone drew them on. And the thing is when you edge pine straw with an edger, you'll get clean edges. The problem is that it's not tucked in the ground. So it doesn't take long at all for those edges to get displaced, versus taking the time, doing a trench, and then really firmly packing and tucking those edges into place. And you wind up with just a beautiful finished product.